said, just read it, because I was looking for movies that could be commercial and speak to the human experience.
We always tease each other. He was, you know, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, you know, if I lost you and I, you know, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I get. This is a horrible thing to say.
Did Blake Lively just get caught lying to the court? New evidence in her $400 million legal battle with Justin Baldoni could turn this high-stakes Hollywood feud upside down. What started as a dream collaboration on a beloved novel adaptation has spiraled into a shocking courtroom drama, with accusations, leaked messages, and rumors of a secret crisis unfolding behind closed doors. How did things go so wrong? And could this scandal end Blake Lively's spotless reputation? Stay tuned, because the twists in this story are just getting started.
It's a bit of a tough adjustment in our house, but it's good. I mean, I have 2 other daughters, so my oldest is very into the baby, but my middle child, not so much. But we're thinking of keeping her.
Does she like play with her? What does she think?
Well, she sort of like pretends to play with her. So like in the beginning, our oldest is like loving on her, and she's like very maternal, and then our middle daughter is just keeps away from her.
It all started with a shared vision, or so it seemed. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni came together to bring a best-selling novel to life on the big screen. The book, celebrated for its heartfelt story of personal growth and connection, seemed like a perfect fit for Baldoni's emotionally driven directorial style and Lively's star power. Fans were thrilled when Lively signed on as the lead, and rumors swirled that her husband, Ryan Reynolds, was quietly offering guidance behind the scenes. Insiders even hinted that Reynolds' knack for blending humor and heart was influencing key decisions about the film's tone. At first, everything appeared harmonious. Lively and Baldoni publicly expressed their excitement about creating a movie that would honor the book's emotional depth while appealing to modern audiences. But as production unfolded, cracks began to show. Differing creative visions quickly turned this partnership into a ticking time bomb, and no one saw it coming.
I'm honored, and I'm also more honored that because, you know, what we're talking about is so important and so meaningful, that we're able to have this much anticipation, and so many people want to go see it and are talking about it. Like, that's what I'm grateful for.
And you had a key part in bringing it to the big screen. How did this all come to be?
Well, in 2019, I read the book. I was sent the book by my book agent and friend at the time, and I was looking for films that could inspire, that were commercially viable, but also could really like reach in and touch somebody's heart.
The initial excitement around the project didn't last long. Creative differences between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni quickly came to light, with both sides clashing over the film's direction. Baldoni was determined to stay true to the novel's emotional depth, emphasizing its raw, poignant themes. He believed that keeping the tone serious and grounded was essential to honoring the source material. Lively, on the other hand, pushed for a more modern approach. She advocated for adding comedic elements and luxurious wardrobe choices, arguing that these changes would help the film appeal to a broader, more diverse audience. Her vision was bold, stylish, and aimed at capturing the attention of viewers who might not normally connect with such a heavy story. As tensions grew, the disagreements became more personal. Baldoni reportedly felt that Lively's suggestions risked diluting the heart of the story, while Lively believed she was being dismissed and undervalued. Behind closed doors, arguments about everything from character arcs to costume designs turned the set into a battleground. What had started as a collaborative partnership was now unraveling, and neither side was willing to back down. Little did they know, the real battle was just beginning. The creative
honestly,
differences that
the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious
shutting down
for
her
her.
ideas and creating an environment where her input was consistently devalued. But Baldoni wasn't about to stay silent. He fired back with a $400 million defamation lawsuit accusing Lively of intentionally misrepresenting their collaboration. Baldoni's legal team presented text messages, meeting notes, and behind-the-scenes logs that they claimed showed Lively's enthusiastic involvement in decisions she later criticized. According to Baldoni, Lively's allegations weren't just misleading, they were damaging his reputation and the film's financial prospects. At first, the case seemed to revolve around creative clashes, inflated egos, and Hollywood's high-stakes drama. But then came the bombshell, rumors of newly uncovered evidence. According to insiders, private conversations and documents had surfaced surfaced, raising serious questions about the accuracy of Lively's courtroom testimony. Suddenly, this wasn't just a dispute over creative differences. It was shaping up to be a high-stakes battle over integrity, reputation, and the truth.
A lot of it's my real-life clothes or my husband's clothes or my girlfriend Gigi's clothes. I was borrowing some...
Wait, that's kind of amazing. So you have something of Gigi's in the movie.
Yeah, it's like a wedding, like something old, something borrowed, something blue, something new.
Wait, which
except
one?
it's just...
Now I want to think of the scene.
Oh, I'm wearing her stuff all over it.
Oh, really?
And tons of like Bodhi, which is with the suit now that I'm wearing is Bodhi. It was meant for my husband, but I borrowed it.
His suit?
It was meant for him to wear. But it's so pretty. Look at it. You guys are not getting it in the shot.
The lawsuit took a dramatic turn when whispers of newly uncovered evidence began circulating. According to insiders, a trove of private conversations, emails, and text messages had surfaced, many of which allegedly contradicted Blake Lively's testimony in court. This evidence reportedly painted a different picture of Lively's role in the creative process. Messages allegedly showed her enthusiastically supporting the very comedic elements and lavish wardrobe choices she later claimed were forced upon her. One text even suggested she had joked about certain plot points she now says undermined the story's emotional depth. Baldoni's legal team hinted that they hadn't even revealed all the evidence yet, sparking speculation that there might be more damning material waiting to be unveiled. Rumors swirled about emergency meetings within Lively's camp as her team scrambled to prepare for what could be a massive blow to her credibility. If this evidence is as incriminating as sources claim, it could be devastating for Lively's case. Not only could it weaken her legal arguments, but it might also tarnish her carefully curated public image as a relatable, honest star. The stakes were suddenly higher than ever, and both sides knew that what came next could change everything. The leaked evidence didn't just shake up the courtroom, it ignited a media firestorm. Fans and critics alike took to social media, with hashtags like Lively Panics and Hollywood Scandal dominating conversations. Many were shocked by the allegations that Blake Lively might have misrepresented her role in the film's creative decisions. Photos from the set showing Lively in high-end couture that clashed with the story's themes of financial struggle only added fuel to the fire. Fans of the novel were frustrated, feeling that the adaptation was losing touch with what made the book so beloved. Some accused Lively of prioritizing her personal brand over the integrity of the story, while others defended her, arguing that modernizing the film was necessary to reach a broader audience. Tabloids and online forums exploded with speculation about what this scandal might mean for Lively's career. Insiders reported late-night crisis meetings among her team as they worked to counter the growing narrative that she had knowingly stretched the truth. Meanwhile, Baldoni supporters pointed to the backlash as proof that his vision for a faithful adaptation had been the right one all along. With the public divided and the media frenzy escalating, the stakes for both Lively and Baldoni had never been higher. Every new rumor, leaked text, or insider revelation seemed to push this Hollywood feud further into the spotlight and closer to an outcome that could reshape their careers forever.
She said, just read it, because I was looking for movies that could be commercial and speak to the human experience. And
were you reading romance novels?
And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she said, just trust me, read it. So I read it, and by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed next to me, and she's, I got snot coming out of my nose.
As the drama unfolded, whispers about Ryan Reynolds' involvement added an unexpected twist to the narrative. Although he wasn't officially part of the production, sources claimed that Reynolds had significant behind-the-scenes influence on the project. His reputation for blending humor and heart reportedly played a key role in shaping some of the film's comedic elements. Insiders suggested that Reynolds frequently offered input on script rewrites and tone, favoring a lighter, more modern approach that aligned with Lively's vision. This involvement, while uncredited, raised questions about how much creative direction came from the couple's household rather than the production team. For Baldoni, this was another point of contention. He reportedly felt that Reynolds' input tilted the project away from the emotional depth of the novel, a shift that fans later criticized. However, supporters of Lively and Reynolds argue that his contributions were made in good faith, aiming to make the film more appealing to mainstream audiences. The revelations about Reynolds' behind-the-scenes role complicated the narrative even further. If he was indeed instrumental in some of the decisions Lively later distanced herself from, it could undermine her claims that she was blindsided by those choices. On the other hand, it also raised the possibility that Baldoni was unfairly scapegoating Lively for decisions that were influenced by multiple voices. As the case progressed, Reynolds' involvement became a focal point for speculation. Was he a supportive partner helping refine the project, or an unseen force whose input blurred the lines of accountability? One thing was clear: his connection to the case only added another layer of intrigue to an already complex Hollywood battle. The stakes in this legal battle have reached staggering heights, with both reputations and fortunes hanging in the balance. For Blake Lively, the consequences could be career-defining. If the court finds that she knowingly misled the judge, or presented an incomplete account of her involvement, her credibility, and by extension her marketability in Hollywood, could take a serious hit. Studios and brands may hesitate to associate with a star whose trustworthiness is under scrutiny. Justin Baldoni, meanwhile, is fighting to protect both his professional reputation and the integrity of the project. His $400 million defamation claim isn't just about money, it's about proving that Lively's allegations damaged his standing as a filmmaker and jeopardized the film's potential success. A win for Baldoni could reframe him as a champion of creative authenticity, but a loss might leave him struggling to regain the industry's trust. Adding to the tension is the looming threat of more evidence. Baldoni's legal team has hinted at additional materials that could further undermine Lively's case. Meanwhile, Lively's team is reportedly working around the clock to prepare counter-arguments, likely focusing on the evolving nature of creative projects and the context behind the leaked messages. For the film itself, the fallout is already palpable. Producers and investors are reportedly growing wary of a project overshadowed by controversy. Even if the lawsuit is resolved, the lingering drama could affect the film's reception, with audiences and critics alike viewing it through the lens of its troubled production. In Hollywood, perception can be as important as reality. Both Lively and Baldoni know that winning in the court of public opinion may be just as crucial as the verdict in the courtroom. As the case unfolds, the question isn't just who will prevail, it's how much either side is willing to risk to emerge victorious. As the courtroom drama between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni intensifies, speculation about the possible outcomes is running wild. Could this legal battle end in a dramatic victory for one side, or will both parties face lasting damage regardless of the verdict? For Blake Lively, the stakes are deeply personal. If the court determines she misled the judge, it could tarnish her reputation as a relatable, trustworthy star. Public perception is critical in Hollywood, and any hit to her credibility could impact future roles, endorsements, and her carefully curated image. However, if her legal team can frame the leaked messages as taken out of context or reflective of natural creative evolution, she may regain the upper hand, turning the narrative into one of resilience and misunderstanding. Justin Baldoni faces his own risks. While a court victory could vindicate his defamation claim and restore his reputation, the fallout from the public feud might still cast a shadow over his career. If evidence emerges that he initially supported the creative decisions he now criticizes, it could weaken his stance, leaving his claims of artistic integrity open to scrutiny. One potential resolution is a settlement. Both sides could avoid further reputational damage by agreeing to terms behind closed doors. However, Baldoni's $400 million defamation claim suggests he may not back down easily. For Lively, agreeing to settle might protect her from additional leaks, but could also be perceived as an admission of guilt. Then there's the fate of the film itself. With production mired in controversy, studios and investors may hesitate to continue funding a project already burdened by negative press. Even if the film sees the light of day, it risks being overshadowed by its off-screen drama, leaving fans questioning what could have been. The outcome of this case could have far-reaching consequences, not just for Lively and Baldoni, but for the way Hollywood handles public disputes and creative conflicts. As new revelations emerge, the world is left wondering, will this legal saga end in redemption, ruin, or something in between? For now, all eyes remain on the courtroom and the next twist in this explosive story. This Hollywood battle has captivated audiences with its dramatic twists, high stakes, and larger-than-life personalities. What began as a creative partnership filled with promise has spiraled into a legal and reputational minefield for both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Allegations of dishonesty, leaked evidence, and a $400 million lawsuit have turned this case into far more than a simple dispute over artistic vision. It's a fight for credibility and legacy. As the courtroom drama unfolds, the consequences consequences could reshape both careers. Will Lively emerge unscathed, reclaiming her role as a trusted Hollywood icon, or will the mounting evidence cast a permanent shadow over her name? And for Baldoni, will this legal battle solidify his image as a protector of artistic integrity, or expose cracks in his own narrative? One thing is certain, the stakes couldn't be higher, and the truth may not be as simple as it seems. With every new revelation, this case continues to blur the line between Hollywood glamour and behind-the-scenes reality. In the end, this isn't just about a film, it's a cautionary tale of how quickly ambition, ego, and creative differences can turn into a public spectacle. As fans and industry insiders await the verdict, one question lingers: is there any way for either side to emerge as the true winner in this blockbuster scandal?